Next, Rocket Roast. All right, this one, I picked this one. I just thought it was kind of funny. It says, I give it a year and a half until people switch up on Scarlet and Violet and start to praise it as one of the best Pokemon games.
Oh, absolutely.
Honestly, I don't even give it a year and a half. I give it maybe 8 months.
6 months. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
by the end of
way.
this year, because people will go and
Yep.
they'll play it on Switch 2, and they'll go, wow, the game
Yep.
runs well. It's a peak Pokemon game, and they're going to ignore all the other issues that the game has.
100%. It's.
Damn.
I mean, I think we all established the story of this game is good. We all like the story. We like our character companions. We like them. It's the performance that really bogs this game down. Just if this game has a smooth frame rate, it makes it exponentially better. Are we still missing like a wild area still, or the open area still feel open and not none of things we can't walk into houses? But just the performance does take it up almost like a number notch, depending on just like how much you enjoy it. Yeah.
How smooth will the Switch 2 make Scarlet and Violet? That's the question.
I
course,
think
if
it's
it
so
goes
far.
up to
60 frames,
60,
right?
if it goes up to 60, dog, I can't argue at that point.
If it
That's good
doesn't hit
enough.
60 on Switch 2, though, this game is cooked, dog. This game
Yeah,
is so
it has to. It has to. There's certain
they do
areas in the
60,
game that don't require a lot of frame rate. Like,
If
Oh,
Crystal
okay,
Pool
see-
still got me going like a slideshow, oh, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
But,
That
like,
does change the feel of the game completely.
I think it will be enough to like make the general fan sentiment push towards like Scarlet and Violet are actually like some of the best Pokemon games. For me personally, I just feel like even beyond the performance, if I completely take that aspect out of the game, like I feel like they're just boring open world games. That's just my take. Like they don't really take advantage of the fact that they are an open world game. You know?
they don't.
Like, it's great for a
Yeah.
first time playthrough, but once you've been through Paldea once,
Yeah.
There's
a
nothing
lot
left
of
to
that
do.
excitement is kind of gone the
See,
second time.
I
through.
think-
I get it. It's their first attempt. They're not going to get it right, but like there are so
Yeah.
many other games that have been doing open world
That
for
does
so
it
much
better.
longer, and like they've got it better. Like
I think even just a small tweak of like if they had it in place with like level scaling would have made it better. Because like now, even though it's open world, you have the very obvious route of the points you need to hit. But it would be really nice to say, hey, I'm gonna skip all of this. I'm gonna take the treacherous journey, go fight Grusha first, right? And then instead of me battling, Altaria and it's a Titan, it's Citadel and a Swablu or something, right?
people switch up on Pokemon games like all the time though, because like
Yeah.
the first few months this game was out, everybody was like, "This is the greatest Pokemon game of all time." We don't even care about the performance.
Yeah.
Like it was just, "Oh, this game is amazing."
Just love
and
it,
now,
yeah.
now like a year after release, after DLC, people are like, Scarlet and Violet kind of sucked actually. And now, I bet as soon as Switch 2 comes out, people are gonna be like, Scarlet and Violet is gas! And then Gen 10's gonna come out and be better, and people are gonna be like, Scarlet and Violet sucked! And then, like 10 years down the road, people are gonna be like, Scarlet and Violet was actually amazing, we didn't know what we were talking about back then. So,
It's
it
it's
happens
all the people who
time.
started playing
Cycle.
Pokemon now. They're gonna be like 10 years later, like, oh, I started my first Pokemon game was Scarlet and Violet, and it's an underrated classic.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
an underrated gem. You guys
All
just
the
don't
12-year-olds on
understand.
the internet 5 years from now are gonna be going like, I don't understand why people don't like Scarlet and Violet. Those games are amazing.
they have no idea.
Their Gen 9 is our Gen
Yeah.
1. Kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah.
That is a mad jump.
It's weird. Like I'm just thinking about like even just showing us how like Legend ZA plays on the Switch 2 has me looking at Scarlet and Violet kind of differently, bro. Like I never realized. Obviously, we knew the games they ran like dirt, but like compared to ZA now, and especially after the Switch 2 gameplay, it's just like, wow, these games are actually so ugly. Like I cannot unsee how bad they look now. I just
And
don't
the
understand how
crazy
people
part
can
is that
say
like
that.
ZA is still like a little behind compared to most other
Yeah.
big franchises.
Oh, yeah.
For
graphically
Pokemon
speaking. We've
standards.
done so many discussions about the graphics already. I don't want to get back
Yeah.
into that, but it's like, considering that like ZA still isn't up to what most people would consider the standard, and like it's already significantly better looking than Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of cooked. Like I think the best part of the game. I mean, obviously like the story and mainly like the last part, the what is it, the way home, the Area Zero stuff. That is like that is really good. I'll still
That
give it to
stuff's
that.
cool.
Really
That stuff's
good.
cool.
It-
I'll
it's
give them their
great.
flowers for that.
But
Like people are already switching up on Sword and Shield though. People like we've talked about this before, where people are like, you know what, Sword and Shield was overhated. It was actually one of the best Pokemon experiences, and most of us who have brain cells are sitting here going, no.
What were
But
they
you can
playing?
think that if you want to.
It has its like every Pokemon game. It has its pros and cons. I know the biggest con with Scarlet Violet is performance. I do think it will take it up a little bit more. Because like you don't want to replay it also because of performance. Because you're like, God, I gotta go back and like hit these lakes, go back through like was it Tag Tree Thicket or whatever it's called. That place is an abomination. It'd be just nice to walk in there and I don't like chop up. It's like, oh, I can actually see what this forest looks like. It's kind of nice. I just even those experiences like really like crushed the game. I never want to go in the original spot where like Grafii is. I'm like, oh, I don't ever want to go in this forest.
I don't know if you guys have been on Twitter lately. I cannot open Twitter anymore without seeing Sun and Moon glaze all over my timeline. And I'm like, this didn't exist in 2020. People were like, Sun and Moon are the worst games ever. so many cutscenes, so much dialogue.
Yeah.
So
as Rafa
it's that comeback
paradigm has shifted.
And the paradigm has shifted.
It's crazy.
Look at Legends Arceus as well. Even Legends Arceus wasn't that bad.
It's kind of funny though, because like we did kind of skip XY glaze. Like I didn't see that many people ever glazing X and Y. Like it kind of went from when I first joined like the PokeTuber sphere way back in the day, everybody was like, they'll never make a game like Gen 2. Gen 2 got 2 regions in it, bro. It's the best game ever. And then like get to like 2011, 2012 when like people are like looking for a Hoenn remake. People are like, they'll never make a game like Emerald ever again. Emerald was the GOAT game. Fast forward a little bit later, around like Gen 7, Gen 8 era, people are like, Diamond and Pearl were the best games ever, dog. They were the best games ever. It'll never be as good as Diamond and Pearl. And then it's kind of been Black and White. Black and White was the end of Pokemon right there. Those were the best games ever. And now it's kind of skipped over X and Y. And now people are like, Sun and Moon were gorgeous. They would push the 3DS to their limit. Sun and Moon had so much ambition, and it's gonna keep.
And now we're getting Sword and Shield. Bro, they really skipped X and Y. That needs to be studied. Like, what the heck? Or, like, why?
I think, like, the moment people started to glaze X and Y, the Terra League stuff happened, and people were like, oh yeah, we missed it.
The Terra League did not help, bro.
The Terra League made X and Y look so bad compared to every other game.
It's fun.
It was that alien stuff.
And, like, I think X and Y is fine. Like, that's not me hating or anything. It's just... Dang.
When X and Y came out, I thought they were the best Pokemon games, and then like I stopped playing them for a couple of years. We played a bunch of other stuff, and then like around right before like Gen 8 or so, I started like during Gen 8, right beginning of it, I replayed X and Y, and I was like, damn, I had fun, but like these games do not hold up. Like you feel like things are just missing.
There's always like that initial excitement where you're like, these games are great, and then like just kind of like the I finished, there's not a lot left to do, I don't know how I feel about these anymore. And then it's like, oh, I'm really nostalgic for this game now that it's been 10 years and I think this game was great. And then all the nostalgic people like move on, they get jobs, they stop talking on Twitter all the time. And then the new generation comes along and they go, I can't believe people played those old ass games from Gen 2 and Gen 3. Those games sucked, you know?
Jesus.
That's always how it goes.
X and Y. Greninja was peak. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Greninja was peak, and Mega Charizard
Mega
X
Evolution
was peak.
Yeah.
The Pokemon were awesome. The
Pokemon were fire. We ain't denying that.
Fire, dog.